Hi, it's Pastor Brian again, and I'd like to continue to share with you from the letter to the Philippians by the Apostle Paul. We're in the first chapter, and today I'm picking it up from verse 15. Paul is writing from jail. He's been in jail because of his sharing about Christ, and so he says this, he writes this. Some proclaim Christ from envy and rivalry, but others from goodwill. Apparently, there were different ways of sharing about Christ, and apparently there were those who sometimes almost saw themselves as and talked about themselves as super apostles. And so Paul is referring to them. Scholars aren't exactly sure, but this may well be what was happening. And he says, some proclaim Christ from envy and rivalry, but others from goodwill. These proclaim Christ out of love, knowing that I have been put here for the defense of the gospel. The others proclaim Christ out of selfish ambition, not sincerely, but intending to increase my suffering in my imprisonment. And then listen to how he makes his conclusion. What does it matter? Just this, that Christ is proclaimed in every way, whether out of false motives or true, and in that I rejoice. What does it matter? Just this, that Christ is proclaimed in every way, and in that I rejoice, Paul says. I think it's always good for us as Christians to examine our motives, to do so in prayer, and then seek to serve and love God more fully as we go forward from that. None of us is perfect. All of us rely upon the grace of God. And I guess I just want to close by saying we're in this together. Thank God for Christians of any denominational category. We don't always see eye to eye, but as John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist movement, used to say in talking about church unity and church diversity, he would say, if your heart is as my heart, then give me your hand. If your heart is as my heart, give me your hand. And I hope that we will extend that hand and heart to all of our neighbors of whatever faith, or of no faith, or of an agnostic faith. Because we're in this together, and you and I have the chance to extend the love of Christ to whoever we come across every day in word and in deed. May it be so. Be well and go with God.